She was the largest liner ever afloat, the third in her class, at a length of 882 feet, with a height of 175 feet from the bottom to the top of the funnels. She was equipped with many state-of-the-art technology, with 2 bronze triple blade propellers and 1 bronze quadruple blade central propeller. She can go up to 24 miles per hour. She could carry a crew of passengers of 3,309. This is the Britannic, sister ship to the ill-fated liner Titanic. I'm Gamer219, and we're gonna play Britannic, Patroness of the Mediterranean. And here in a couple of videos, we're gonna be looking at Britannic. The first 2 will be taking a walk around her, learning some history, while the last one will be about her sinking, in which we're showing a little bit. Let's begin, shall we? So first thing I want to mention is that over here on tourist ship, the game developers designed this game to have either Britannic as her Majesty's hospital ship, or the Royal Mail ship, pretty much her passenger liner configuration. But let's take a look at the hospital ship configuration. So let's see. Let's go with exterior. Britannic had a design similar to Titanic and her other sister Olympic, with 4 funnels and multiple lifeboats with identical structures and everything. The only modification they ever gave to Britannic was some extra watertight doors, going up as high as I believe it was close, much more higher up. She was now designed to where she can stay afloat at 5 watertight compartments or less. She was configured into a hospital ship because it was at the time of the First World War. Reluctant, Harlan and Wolff and White Star Line had given up Britannic, as well as her older sister Olympic, to be in service. Let's go over here. Britannic never saw passenger lines service, only hospital service. Oh, steam real quick. Over here is the anchor. This was one of the 3 main anchors on Olympic class ship. The center anchor was kept in this well and deployed using the anchor crane, which is this one right over here. Or actually, yeah. You only see the 2 sides of the anchors, in which, of course, most of the time you'll see it. The fair lead roller used to guide ropes during rapid operations. Is there a flag up here? I'm trying to... Yeah, oh yes, there is. Here is the anchor crane. Windlasses, driven by steam engines below the forecastle deck, used to raise and lower the anchors. This thing right here is a rotating drum, powered by steam engines below deck. It can handle ropes and cables during the wrapping operations. So most of this area is all about the bow and making sure Britannic is secured to nearby docks or any seaport, or if she has to stay in the middle of the sea like right now, this will be it. Here are the vows. Nah, we can't really do anything about it. Cargo hatch number 1. Just like identical to Titanic. This and other 2 steam winches were used for lifting heavy cargo. So it's like maybe like an elevator, I believe. Oh, it's an anchor. Huh, interesting. Oh, speaking of lifeboat, we have a motorboat way over there. Foremast, located high above the deck. Next access via a door on sea deck and climbing a ladder inside. A derrick was attached to the aft. I think there was... let me see. A deck will be the structure below the bridge. B deck here. So C deck will be on right below us. The crew galley skylight. Oh, look at that, we're about to head into nighttime soon. So one of the differences to distinguish Britannic and Titanic and Olympic was this area. One of many actually that we'll get through. But here, it's just an additional set of cargo latches. Over here, these vents provide simple ventilations for rooms below. This was more like to keep everything going. Especially since she was a hospital ship at the time. So here we go, these latches. They were extended high above the forward well deck, and stairs were added between them to grant direct access to third class space below. Which I believe is, let's see. I think this says about staircase, but nah, I can't get up there really. Over here, the number on the red sign under the bridge is the ship's transport identification number. That looks like a C618, or no, it's a G actually, my bad. Britannic has served 2 tours within the British Navy as a hospital ship. For the first tour, she was number G608. As her second tour, G618. Can we peek through? Just a simple room area. A little bunk bed. Wait, is there like a doorway to it? I think there it should be. We're gonna have a look at the lighting once we go out and about. Yep. Can you imagine being a wounded person or a doctor and having to come out here in the day or at the nighttime while treating patients? There's a bit of the grand staircase that we can see through, but we'll get to that later. Let's head upstairs. So we're just gonna go, so basically we're just gonna go through one side of the ship. The other side will be a little bit similar to it. Yes. So it's the same over here on this deck area. Let's see, here's the grand staircase. We've now gone on well past it, I believe. Yep. So basically, on the original Titanic design or Olympic, as well as White Star Line design, this area will be more like going from bow to stern. So now let's head upstairs. So now we are on the top deck, also known as the poop deck. Lord Kevin's sounding machine and spar used it to tell how deep the Britannic was in waters. More likely, yes. Bridge wing cab. Shelter location standing slightly over the side of the ship. I won't read too much though. If y'all want to, y'all can pause the video. I'll stop. See this little clock right here? It's not really a clock, it's more of, hold on, let me see. Yeah. It's more of like a device to tell when a ship is kind of tilting left and right. It's kind of like a, what do you call it? Like, you get to tell how many degrees the ship is tilting to the left before eventually tilting upside down. I forgot. Let's go upstairs real quick before we head out further. So this area will be completely different. So there's like an additional compass. I'm sorry to tell you that some stuff will not accessible to give us like a more demonstration. Let's jump up here real quick, see if we can get to it, but I don't think we could get to it. Hold on. There we go. Look down there. Y'all know what it is? We are standing on top of the ceiling of the forward grand staircase. Don't know what these were. Here we go. Ah, one of these storage compartments for the ropes. And we are now at the end of this area. I don't really know how it's done with choice designs for when choosing the color scheme for the funnels. I guess it's just to add more brightness to it. We'll get to those bit things later. So one of the other conversions updates Britannic has would be this expansion joints that there was an additional one down over at in the far end of the ship. It's just to help make sure the ship doesn't break apart while traveling at seas. We'll look at these lights in when they turn on. So there was supposed to be a different kind of Davids nearby, but of course it's behind schedule stuff. But why on earth is this lifeboat tilted over like this? Someone's gonna get fired. Daylight coming and they turn out the lights. After the sinking of Titanic, there was a requisition for additional lifeboats. Here it is. Some people did complain that it was too crowded area, especially with some of the crew members, but at the time, just what can you do? You gotta have, preventing any more disasters. So there was supposed to be like a low raised roof ceiling. We'll probably see it when we get to the other video for Britannic's RMS conversion, a what if scenario. Here's the engineer's smoke room when they go take a break and such. We could barely climb onto these things, to be honest. You'll see these in action when we get to the stuff. Truthfully, I always wonder how these things worked, especially since we're seeing these lifeboats on top of one another. And turns out that actually, it's better to just show you when we get there. We'll see these once we get to it. I believe this would be the library for second-class passengers, from what I saw in some blueprints for Titanic. These would be the original smoke room for the passengers. We could get up here. Yep. Oh yes, we'll be seeing those light up later on. might be wondering what became of Britannic and Titanic's other sister ship, Olympic. When the war started, she was requisitioned to become a troop transport ship. Most of the demand was not only for the British but also for the Canadians, from what I've read. Both ships together would be a remarkable sight to see, with this one being the best sight to see because, well, you know, the size and everything. Yeah, so this would be the ward area. A second class gymnasium way over here. I don't know if that was for the new design and such. Let's head upstairs. Let's see. Instead of benches like Titanic and Olympic, it's these some like rafts, I believe. I believe this would be another raft on this side of the ship. Let me see. No, wait, no, it's never mind. Something else. So over here we have, of course, one of our what do you call it? Our back to where we started actually, with the lifeboat already lowered down and such. Oh, there we go. We got that covered up. Now I know I saw a boat nearby us. If not, then we're gonna have to jump. Let's look up here. Yep. Extra life belts and such. Ah, here's this one right here. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna have to jump. And it's already gonna be nighttime also, already. Which, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's scoot back a little bit more. Just like her sisters, Titanic and Olympic, Britannic will have 3 working funnels and 1 additional funnel used as a decorative design. We're gonna chill out here for a bit until the lights come on and such. And then of course we're gonna have a look at the little arms that they mentioned about. There we go. All the little lamps. 1 additional lamp to show the hospital design. I believe by her service, her captain at the time was Charles Bartlett. Let's head over to this little stairwell over here. A lot of little rust have come by her windows and such, as is shown just how much the Britannic has traveled, and we can't get through it or such. There we go. That over the years, moonlit sky. A blue moon. Very nice. Oh, wait. So now that we saw much of her exterior, let's check out the grand staircase. Let's see, I believe it was through here. Nope. Let me see if I can find anything here. Alrighty. Going to the grand staircase on as a hospital ship. And here we are. She never saw the design that if I could just get to it, but she would oh yes. Um, she would never get the designs that her sisters got, like the grand plot that you would see on Titanic, as well as the little cherub that they would have it. Because not many because none of her passenger service stuff was used. They are actually still preserved. I believe some time ago, there was an auction that in Britain that would be selling many artifacts from it. I don't know exactly where they are right now. As for much of the stuff from her sister ship Olympic, some of her fittings have been preserved. In which I believe the grand staircase and the cherub would, and as well as the chairs and tables, are currently at a restaurant in Belfast, I believe. So it's nice to know of what's still kept over the years. Let's take a look at, let's see, hold on. Let's take a look at her as in the Royal Mail steamer. Of course we all have this here, but let's see. Just loading and loading and loading. If there was no war, or if Britannic was never called into service, this is how she would have looked as a Royal Mail ship. Just like her sisters Olympic and Titanic. We'll go to that in a little bit. It's like just some extra stuff. Here we go. can't go further down, but let's just look over here. Highest ticket prices on the ship. The Georgian Suites. This here I believe that adults would stay in, and kids. And of course, all the things to do here. I didn't really stay long. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at her outside, shall we? Oh. I believe we'll be through that way. Of course, here's one of the many grand pianos. Interesting. I'm guessing the parents will be over here, and the kids would just be all over here. I don't think that we could leave here. Here we go. And now we are heading outside to see how Britannic would have looked if she was a passenger ship. Now don't mind the dates, these are just alternative dates. Far more spacious out here. This ship would have been. Reserved for first class. Here we are in her colors. This will be the gymnasium. Forward first grand staircase. Can go as far as to F deck. Yeah, these kind of Davids would have been on Britannic. I believe some of the other ships had these kind of lifeboat Davids. Hang on. Let's go down here real quick. place is all crowded up here. Let's see. A double set of railings here to further separate third class with second class, and then over here, no, nothing that much. Interesting. The British flag had an anchor on it. I wonder if it was because like she was a hospital ship on the other during the hospital conversion. Let me turn these on real quick. Unfortunately, we can't go further down here. Let's see. Ah, yes. There will be more of these. As planned originally, but time constraining costs and such. Which I wonder if they had a way to get to the other side of the ship. Like now I'm curious, like how on earth is someone... Oh, here we go. These railings here. And then they would go up here. Somebody working over here would have had to really keep a sharp ear on the fact that you have like you have had no clear view with all of this stuff over here and such. Let's jump off on deck and then let's go out further. You can already see from my side is a bit of a white star line colors. White, black, yellow. I'll be quite honest with y'all. Sadly, Britannic did not survive the First World War. She had been sunk in 1916 of a total of 30 casualties. How would it have been if she did not? She would have been like... Britannic would have been like her sister ship, Olympic. She would return to passenger service for the next several years. More than likely, she would have been sent to the scrapyard like her sister Olympic, due to the Great Depression, in which not many sales was bringing in because of the crash in the economy. Let me see. Let me check some real quick. by around 1935 to 1937, Britannic would have been scrapped. Let's do a flyover real quick. Nighttime free camp, since we're already in the nighttime. There we are. Ah, we're moving. Splendid. This is how Britannic would have looked as she sailed in the Mediterranean to maybe the Atlantic Ocean. No, I actually wonder how far can we go on this. Let's see. I like how the weight of this ship is literally pointy and narrow. There was actually a rumor that Britannic was originally gonna be named Gigantic, and this was because apparently that was the original name on some blueprint designs and such, and even a famous what do you call a postcard that features Gigantic or Britannic. Wait, sorry, show Britannic with the name Gigantic on it. Can't go in due to us being in free mode, but let's see. We are ahead full with, let me see. I'm trying to see like there was a scene from the movie where in Titanic movie basically when you read just how many knots the ship was sailing through. Now that I think about it, and I'm not seeing anything anywhere. I might have missed something, but if you can, please comment down below on where you would probably see it. Now that we've seen Britannic in RMS and HMHS, let's take one more look from when she was a hospital ship. Today, Britannic actually sits at the bottom of the TSC, nearby some islands. under about, let me see, about let me see if I can look it up real quick, but here we go. She lays on her side at 400 feet below the surface. Why, there's that little motorboat. Why it disappeared on us last time, I do not know. This would be one of many. This one now concludes the video on the tour around Britannic. On the next one, we'll look at her final moments. This is GamerDude19. Until next time, everyone. See you soon.